Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today on my channel we're doing something we haven't done in a while, and that is a Chatty Saturday, and we are doing a Q&A where we...
With your foot there.
Yeah, I'm moving my foot, okay? Where we are doing a Q&A, questions about us that we asked you to send us some questions to ask about us on yesterday's video and on Instagram, and you sent us lots of questions, so thank you very much. And hi, if you're new here, my name is Jennifer. This is my husband Aaron. He is on my channel.
I'm just arm candy.
Every once in a while to help with unboxings, and we do makeup together and stuff like that. And yeah, on my channel I do makeup related material, I do unboxings, and I also am agoraphobic, so I do occasionally do topics on agoraphobia and mental health issues. And yeah, I've changed my name. I was agoraphobic.
You're not Jennifer anymore?
No, I changed my channel name to Jennifer Loves Makeup. So if you knew me as agoraphobic and loves makeup, I am now Jennifer Loves Makeup.
Rebranding.
But I still do agoraphobic topics. So
We haven't changed the merch yet, so the merch still says that.
if you are interested in today's topic, or if you're interested in all those topics, then I highly suggest you hit subscribe and tap that notification bell and set it to all so that you're notified every time that I upload a video. If you're interested in today's topic, then stay tuned because we are getting right into it. Okay, thank you for being here and spending some of your time with us today. And yeah, first we are going to start off. I'm not used to wearing this wig. I haven't worn it in a long time. So bear with me while I adjust it and stuff.
You're wig conscious.
I'm wig self-conscious. Okay, we're going to start off with questions asked on the YouTube video from yesterday.
From the YouTube.
So Aaron has the phone, so he's in charge. He's going to ask the questions.
Okay. First question is, how did you and Aaron meet?
Okay. Do you want to start? Or
Sure, I'll go.
Okay.
So we both went to University of Texas at Dallas, and that's where we met. We were, they have apartments, they had apartments there, not dorms, and so we were kind of upstairs, downstairs, across from each other in the same building. So we were
sophomores.
I was friends with the girl that she was rooming with, and so then
I just moved in.
You just started to show up, and I was like, "Hey there."
Yeah, I had just moved in my sophomore year with this girl, and I'd been working a lot, and Aaron was friends with her, and from the previous year, from the freshman year. And I just was in the kitchen one day, and Aaron came in, and
I said, "Hey, baby."
no, he didn't. He cracked some joke and smiled, and I was just...
You were just a smitten kitten.
I just thought he looked so cute.
Aw.
And
I thought you were pretty cute too.
yeah.
And we just started talking, and I thought she was really interesting, and we started hanging out more and more.
Yeah, it just kind of went from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just how we met.
That was it. Sometimes we tell people that I saved her from a dinosaur because that's a better story, but you know. All right, so what's the next question here? Do you and Aaron have nicknames for each other?
Not really.
I call her Honey Bear.
No. We don't really have nicknames for each other.
I think I call you Cutie more than anything else.
Yeah,
Sometimes she calls me Love Muffin.
He's making all this up. We don't really have nicknames for each other. I don't think so.
Not a lot, no.
No.
Like, hey, you. No, just kidding.
I mean, he calls me Jenny.
Yeah.
I mean, only like my family and his family and him and call me Jenny.
It was because I asked you which one you liked, and you said that was it.
I mean, that's like my childhood name.
I call her Jenny, Jenny, Jen, Jen.
But
There's no good shortenings for Aaron. It's just kind of there.
yeah. So that's just like a nickname from when I was younger. So he calls me that. Okay.
Jennifer, when did you start loving makeup?
Me?
You?
I've always liked makeup.
But then you realized there was something deeper going on.
I started using makeup really lightly when I was in 8th grade. And then I started wearing makeup more. I took a home ec class in 8th grade, and they showed us how to use makeup.
Really? In home ec?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was ever in home ec.
And
We didn't have home ec at our home.
then I started using makeup more in high school. But I didn't use it a lot. I didn't really start getting into eye makeup. When I was in college, I used to wear like foundation and everything, but I used to just wear like a big black wing. And that was all I wore on my eyes. I didn't really start getting into eye makeup until I bought my Naked palette back somewhere in the early 2010s. And then I started playing around with eye makeup. But I didn't really start getting into makeup like as a hobby until about 2 years ago when I started watching YouTube more, and then I started buying more
All
makeup
YouTube's fault.
and started playing around more with eye makeup and stuff like that. So, and then I thought, hey, I started my channel more for talking about agoraphobia, but then I started watching more and more YouTube, and I thought, hey, I should put more makeup in my channel. And I thought, if they can do it, I can do it too. So
Damn straight.
that's how
Yep.
I just started really liking doing makeup after that.
Let's see, the question is, do you ever go out much? Talking about the agoraphobia.
Oh, I go out. I've been trying to go out about once a week.
You've been doing a lot better lately.
Yeah. That's kind of been my goal for this year, was to go out once a week. So that's what I'm working towards right now.
Let's see. Do you have any kids?
You answer that one.
We got 2. We got the set. We have boy-girl twins.
And they are 13.
That's it. We didn't have any more energy after that.
No.
We're like, we're done.
They are 13 years old.
And they are rambunctious.
Yeah. I can't imagine having more than 2 kids. His parents had 2 kids until they had more kids.
Yeah. It's complicated.
After they split, they started new families with other people. But my parents
I just got brothers and sisters scattered everywhere now.
My parents had 2 kids, but we both grew up with brothers. And so
We both grew up with the 2-kid, the 2-kid thing. So I think that's part of the reason.
So we don't know what it's like.
Was,
We don't know what it's like to have a big family.
Yeah.
So we thought 2 kids is enough.
Yeah. When did Aaron realize that he liked makeup? Well, I think I started to realize that I was interested in it around middle school, started high school, started noticing girls a lot more and noticed all the fascinating things that they were wearing and doing. So, I didn't really get the chance to play around with it all that much because I didn't have that much, privacy or money or whatever, until got into college, and then I could play around with it a little more there. Especially after I got like my own apartment, had a little more space too, kind of, sharing rooms, doesn't really work well with that kind of thing, but just kind of got interested in it, and yeah. So then when you got more into it and when you started your channel, then you didn't have to twist my arm too much to get me to agree to come on and do makeup stuff with you.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about YouTube? I would say the trauma.
What's your favorite?
Canceling.
What's your favorite thing about YouTube?
I think my favorite thing about YouTube is kind of my favorite thing about the internet in general, really, is that you can find people to socialize with and share things with and, talk with that you wouldn't have been able to before.
Yeah, I like talking to people and
Nice people, not
nice
the kind of people
people
that want to argue about everything.
I like talking to people. I like interacting with people and people that share my love of makeup and other agoraphobic people. And I met a lot of nice people through doing the collabs and stuff. Yeah. And
for people like me too, that I'm not real good at, socializing and meeting people in person and talking to people in person and social skills and such. So that's a lot easier way for me to interact with people online in some instances. Do you steal each other's makeup?
I used to.
Not that you know.
He doesn't use my makeup, but I'll use his makeup sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we borrow things back and forth. We don't steal too much. What is your favorite beauty box? I only get the Ipsy bag, so that's my favorite.
And it's probably the cheapest one I get, but I like that ice cream beauty bag a lot. Mm-hmm. Because I usually like the stuff that I get in it. But I always like BoxyCharm base box a lot. They usually do pretty good. I usually like their stuff a lot. So those two.
What is your favorite makeup brand?
Oh. Let me think about this. For eyeshadows, it would have to be Natasha Denona or Nomad Cosmetics. For just overall stuff, I don't think I have one.
I'm kind of, this is going to sound really basic, but I'm probably going to say that it's CoverGirl.
Yeah, I like CoverGirl
Because I
foundation.
started off just getting stuff at drugstores and, Target and stuff like that. And so, I kind of settled on that one as kind of my go-to one so I've used a lot of their stuff.
I love CoverGirl foundation.
Yeah, that's the kind I use.
But,
I like their lipsticks too.
I'm big on eyeshadow palettes, so it's got to be like Natasha Denona or...
I like ColourPop's ones a lot.
Oh, I'm wearing ColourPop today. I love ColourPop. You can't make me choose!
It's okay. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so that's all the ones that we have on the YouTube one for the moment. So here's some of the ones that we got on Instagram. Who is the more emotional person?
I think it's Aaron.
I do get quite emotional about some things. I think we get emotional about different things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a lot of feels. I'm a sad boy. With deep feels. Who said I love you first?
I think I said it
we were
first.
talking about it earlier. I think you said it, but I was itching to say it though.
It's just like the engagement thing. I bullied him into...
Oh, now.
He said he wanted to get engaged, but I pushed him into...
I have a tendency of thinking things over forever, so sometimes it helps to get a little push.
But I definitely said I love you first. But he said it back.
I was right there with you.
He said it right back.
Who asked who out?
That's difficult because...
We just kind of hung out a lot since we lived,
Since we were college students, we did a lot of hanging out.
We lived within 30 feet of each other, so,
But I think I finally said, hey, you're taking me to a movie.
Yeah, for sure. Our first movie date. We saw 7.
I like horror movies.
I do too. I just thought it was always funny that was our first romantic outing was to go see Stubby.
And that was in 1995.
Man.
But yeah,
I'll remember it forever.
most of the time we just hung out at each other's apartments.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Or we were in class together, stuff like that. Sometimes.
I mean, we didn't have a lot of money, so
Yeah.
we didn't go out on dates much.
And it wasn't a big party campus, so.
Yeah.
Except for my apartment that first year. I don't know what was going on with that, but, kegs rolling in at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, we would go out to the occasional movie
Yeah.
or go out to eat at some cheap restaurant or something like that.
Yep. How long have you been married?
What did we decide? So long. It's been...
It's
We figured this out.
It's going to be 23 years in June.
Okay, 23 years in June.
You were married in 1999.
Yeah.
Right on the verge of Y2K. I figured, if the world's going to end, might as well. No. Let's see. Okay. And then here's one. Here we have a few more from Instagram. How did you learn to do your makeup so good? That one's for me, I know. But go ahead.
Watching YouTube.
Yeah.
In fact, when I do colorful looks, I try to emulate a certain YouTuber that I love. She's Swedish, but she speaks English. And she just moved to Texas from Sweden. And her name is Angelica Nukvist. And she does colorful looks all the time. And I just love watching her.
She's very personable.
She's very funny. And I love watching her
I just like listening to her.
I love watching her do colorful looks. And so she's like my inspiration for doing colorful looks. But everything else, how to do my makeup right. And I mean, not like the old 80s way, like they taught me how to do back in 1988, back in 8th grade. But I've learned a lot from just watching YouTube, a lot of YouTube.
I've learned a lot from you. No, seriously.
Okay.
I think that's most of the ones that there was one about, like, was it Love at First Sight, I think we kind of talked about that already, but...
Would you say there was interest at first sight?
There was definitely interest at first sight, yeah.
And
I definitely did, and when we were getting to know each other before we started dating, I definitely did a bit of pining at one point.
I had to pursue him, though, because he just didn't get it at first.
Yeah, well, I wasn't really used to the idea of, women actually being interested in me, so, I was pretty much doing everything to convince myself at that point that, like, sure, but no.
We were in a chorus class together.
Trying to keep myself from hitting disappointment again.
A singing class together, and
La, 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 la.
I would have to chase him down after class because we would walk back to the apartments, and I'd be like, Aaron,
I ran
wait.
like a bat out of hell.
He walked really fast, and I wanted to walk with him back to the apartments together, so I would always yell, Aaron, wait for me, so we could walk back home together. So, yeah.
I definitely thought you were cute right away.
I kind of had to make it clear to him, like, I like you.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you're talking about.
So, okay. So, those are pretty much all the questions that we got. And
Thank you for sending us so many questions.
Yeah,
I wasn't
thank you.
expecting to get that many.
Okay. And like this video, give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you have any more questions, leave them down below and we will try to answer them, or we'll definitely answer them. And yeah, we hope you are having a wonderful, fantastic day out there today. And if you are not, we hope something comes along and sparks your day so that you can enjoy the rest of your weekend or week whenever you are watching
For
this.
Fortnite.
And if you're having an especially hard time, we are sending you out those good vibes. And just remember to stay strong. And why are you looking at me like that? Stay strong and stay healthy and stay safe out there. And We will see you tomorrow
May
in
the force
another
be
video.
with you.
Okay, just stay well until then. Goodbye.